Hello and welcome to The Buzz. This week's forecast calls for a bit of awesome with a chance of sweet. And that means that the postseason is getting close. But first, we have it's not really a tournament, it's not really a postseason, but it's not really regular season because it's too good to be regular season. It's the Heartland Classic in Grand Island. It pits some of the best teams from across the state against teams that they might not normally see. One of those matchups is Pierce against Sutton right away in the morning. Another matchup in that event, I don't want to call it a tournament, it features the top two teams in Class C1, undefeated Norfolk Catholic and undefeated Grand Island Central Catholic. They're actually the last two unbeaten teams in the state, regardless of class. Now, the Knights feature the two top big men in the state, in Ethan Brozick and Ben Ewing. I thought I said Ethan Ewing and Ben Brozick. Sorry, guys. I didn't, but I did now. And the Crusaders feature the top scoring guard in the state in Turner Fahey. What this tournament event does, not only does it give these teams a chance to play each other, but it gives people a chance to talk about who could beat who and who could beat what, do wop, do we. I don't know what that means. A couple years ago, for example, Hastings St. Cecilia came in. They defeated Ralston. A Class B team went on to win the Class B state championship that year. Early in the year, St. Cecilia had lost to Pierce, which lost to Norfolk Catholic, which lost to, and the Blue Jays also lost to Bennington. Well, Ralston had a couple losses on the year. I think it was Omaha Creighton Prep, Omaha Bryan, close losses. Prep ended up winning the Class A state champion. Ralston, as I said, was the B. St. Cecilia was the C. So people were talking, you know, these top teams in Class C1, how well could they compete with the top teams in Class A? And as luck would have it this year, one of the top teams in Class C1 is Norfolk Catholic. One of the top teams in Class A is Norfolk High. So it leads you to the question of, who would win if those two teams met? Granted, if Class C1 teams were forced to play Class A schedules night in and night out, they just wouldn't have the depth, and I think any Class C1 coach would tell you. But when you have a team like Norfolk Catholic with the talent that they have, with Ethan Brozick, Ben Ewing, guards who have come around a lot since the beginning of the season, and you have a team like Norfolk High with, inarguably, I mean, Jalen Bradley is the top shooter in the state. I think everybody's well aware of that as far as pure shooting goes. When you have two teams with that much talent meet, I mean, anyone can win on any given night. But that is neither here nor there. So to the to the ratings. Let's start off with Class C. Number one remains Norfolk Catholic. They defeated West Point Central Catholic for the Mid-State Championship last Saturday. It was an 85-54 decision. The Knights are looking rather solid, and they got both Ethan Brozick and Ben Ewing back from injuries for that game. The next three teams are all Mid-State teams as well, and Wayne Pierce, Hartington CC, O'Neill, Lutheran High Northeast, Stanton, Wisner, Pilgrim, Ainsworth follow. And then comes Crofton, the NENAC champion. They won their NENAC title game 23-22 over Randolph thanks to a missed extra point late by the Cardinals. Should have gone for two. In Class D, Howells continues to be the number one team. They defeated Humphrey in the Cornhusker Conference Championship. It could be the second of three meetings. They're also in the same sub-district. And who knows, if they both qualify for state, it could be the second of four meetings. That would be incredible. West Point Central Catholic, also in that district, sub-district, is number two. I talked a little bit about their loss to Norfolk Catholic, but they're still one of the top teams in Class D1. Following West Point CC is St. Mary's, Humphrey, the Randolph team I talked about, Osmond, St. Francis, and then Niobrara Valley Conference Tournament champion, Chambers Wheeler Central in the Niobrara Valley Conference. That's really hard to say a whole bunch of times. Niobrara Valley Conference Tournament Championship. Chambers Wheeler Central coach John Miller earned his 600th career win. That is quite a feat. Another NBC team with another legendary coach. West Boyd is right behind CWC, and Pender rounds out the top 10. Now, as the season progresses, you can come right back here to The Buzz to find out more.